A common question is, how much does a paver patio cost? And one thing I want to let you guys know is there's so many variables that can actually change your price of your patio. A common price per square foot is $16 to $20 a square foot, but a lot has to do with that. One, material that you might be picking. That could change the price because material can vary by dollars a square foot. Another thing is also what your base is going to be made out of for your application. A third thing is the amount of cuts or design work that you want to put in. So when we're saying cutting of the patio, that means adding any type of free-flowing or curved design. You might not understand that there's so many layers of cutting material to get to that, and it takes a while to cut the paver. So keep that in mind. The more curves or free-flowing areas that you do may increase your price. Number 4 is accessibility. So how much space that we have to get into the backyard, if there's a fence, if it's open, if there's obstacles or far on your property. So those 4 things really change the price of your job, and every single one of them almost has to do with labor. So one thing here at affordablepatio.com is we do not have a square footage price. We charge according to your job. If we're able to do your job effectively and quickly, it will be less expensive. So for example, if we're able to drive in the backyard with the machine to bring material and excavate the dirt and bring the base in, it's going to be less expensive than if the whole job is by hand, meaning one shovel at a time and wheelbarrow after each other. Another price is also the base. For example, if you're doing a concrete base underneath, there's going to be more expense by getting a concrete truck in there, installing the concrete, and waiting for it to dry before applying the pavers. Where an RCA base is less per yard, and while you're installing it in compaction, you're able to lay the pavers right after it. And we also talk about your designs and also the cutting of your pavers. That is a huge cost because cutting a concrete paver takes very long for one of the saws. And I want to keep that in mind that you're throwing away the other half of the material. You have the pavers in the middle, which is your field, but also the paver border. So there's a lot of work that goes into doing cuts. If you're looking to kind of keep your price as low as possible, eliminate the amount of cuts that you're going to do. Adding an accent border that's a different color, there's no additional cost to that. So that might be a great idea to add that additional pop without raising your cost. Now that you see that your patio can vary in price due to labor, installation, material, and accessibility, we want you to keep that in mind and understand why your prices might be different than others.